Hey guys, Matt here and welcome to my fragrance obsession. Hope you're all doing very well today. Now today is actually a pretty nice day and I thought I would do a review on one of the fragrances in my summer collection. Nautica Classic, or simply known as Nautica by Nautica. Now this fragrance came out in 1992 and it's known as a floral aquatic fragrance. I purchased this fragrance when I was in the States, last Christmas actually. Since owning it, I've had quite a few experiences with it. I've worn it enough to really know more about this fragrance. And I like it, that's why I'm doing a review on it. So here we go guys, let's talk about the presentation. Now the bottle design for this fragrance is pretty simple, but I must say I do like it quite a lot. It reminds me of something you would get on a yacht or a boat. The juice inside is like an aquatic blue. I really like that. We get Nautica down the middle there, and we get the cap which comes off like this. It is made of metal, and we get the atomizer under there, and the sprayer looks like this. Not the best sprayer in the world, if I'm honest with you. It could be a little bit better, but the one good thing about this fragrance is the fact that it is a pretty stable bottle. It's hard glass, and the cap actually stays down quite strongly. You've got to like really push down and pull hard to really get it off.
Giggity.
But yes, that is the presentation for this fragrance. We get nothing on the back, we just get some information on the bottom. You know, this is a 100ml size bottle, eau de toilette, 3.4 fluid ounce, made by Cody, blah blah blah. So that is the presentation for Nautica, or Nautica Classic, by Nautica. Now in case some of you are wondering, the company of Nautica was founded in 1983 by the designer David Shu. Basically, this company makes a lot of beachwear. It makes a lot of like summer clothes. It also makes a lot of seasonal wear. In terms of like, you know, traveling clothes, it's good for that. It's also good for a lot of just normal casual clothing. Right now, I can't exactly say that I own any clothes whatsoever from the Nautica company, but I do own two fragrances from this company. This is one of them, and one of the other fragrances is Nautica Voyage. Yeah, if you are familiar with Nautica Voyage, then you'll know exactly what I mean about it being a good fragrance. However, this fragrance, Nautica Classic, it actually does not get the limelight and the attention that it really deserves, in my opinion. A lot of people on base notes and even in a few reviews are not exactly giving this fragrance a lot of good criticism. A lot of people have said that it doesn't really have the best longevity, which of course I will get on with in this review, but a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people say that this is just a crap fragrance. Personally for me, I like it. I like this fragrance quite a lot. I think it has a good smell, but of course I will talk about the rest. So what we're going to do right now, guys, is we're going to talk about the notes. Here we go. Now the top notes for Nautica Classic are aldehydes, lime, coriander, cypress, tarragon, clary sage, neroli, bergamot, and lemon. So there's a lot of top notes in this fragrance. Sometimes I find that the more notes you get in the opening of a fragrance just makes it a mess. However, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on this right now. So here we go. I don't really have a lot of room on any of my skin, so we'll just spray some right here on my wrist. There we go. So, as soon as you smell this fragrance, you're going to be getting this very dated aquatic smell. There's no doubt about it. It's not exactly up there with like a Bulgari Aqua or even Nautica Voyage. This one is very old school. So, if you're into a lot of your old school aquatics, you are going to like this fragrance. This one sort of falls into the category of fragrances like Acqua di Gio, Escape by Calvin Klein. It also has a bit of a Wings by Giorgio Beverly Hills vibe going on there, so it's very powdery, but it's also very floral, because a lot of fragrances, especially in the aquatic genre of today, they tend to really stick closely to a lot of marine notes, so you know, a lot of notes that would remind you of the beach, stuff like that, you know, a lot of citruses. This one is kind of like that, but this one is definitely strong on the florals. So when you smell it, you get this blast of aldehydes, and it's the aldehydes which really gives this fragrance a sort of clean linen smell. You know when you get your bed sheets washed for the first time? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like clean bed sheet smell with a kind of lime, neroli and bergamot smell. That neroli and the bergamot are creating a bit of a freshness, but it's all to do with that lime and aldehydes. But it's very, very floral as well, and we're not really getting any floral notes at the top, but we will talk about the middle notes right now. So the middle notes in this fragrance are cyclamen, jasmine, caraway, rose, and geranium. So this fragrance, about an hour or so, the fragrance starts to lose its citrus vibes. It starts to get rid of that aldehyde, so it doesn't really smell that powdery anymore. It starts to get a little bit more close to the skin and starts to get a little bit more woody. So we get a lot of jasmine and we do get a lot of rose. And the jasmine and the rose really change this fragrance quite a lot. It's like, when you first smell the fragrance, it's got that laundry sort of smell, the clean linen smell. But then after a while, it just turns into this very nice woody smell. And it kind of reminds me of a sandalwood. And there is sandalwood in this fragrance, but I will say that when we talk about the base notes. It's like a woody jasmine with a tiny bit of rose. It's so nice. It's very soft, but very woody at this point. And I really do like that about the middle notes in this fragrance. It's just great. Really, really good. And in terms of the base notes for this fragrance, guys, we get sandalwood, amber, patchouli, musk, oak moss, and cedar. So straight away, you can already tell this is kind of an old-fashioned fragrance with that oak moss. The oak moss in this fragrance actually gives this fragrance a very masculine edge. And of course, to me, oak moss is one of the most masculine smells you can get. It's earthy, it's damp, and it's so masculine, just no doubt. And in this fragrance, it's exactly like that, and especially in the base. In terms of the longevity for this fragrance, it isn't the best. And as I was saying before about people giving this fragrance criticism on its longevity, I have to agree. The longevity isn't the best. I get about 3 hours. Which, by the way, really isn't exactly that bad for an aquatic fragrance anyway, because the usual aquatic fragrance will last maybe about 2 to 3 hours anyway, you know? So this fragrance works more like an eau de cologne than it does an eau de toilette, but the more sprays you spray on you, the more longer it's going to last. And even if you use like skin lotions, it will get you a couple of more hours longevity. But yeah, the dry down on this is just so nice. It's like a sweet amber with a tiny bit of patchouli, but the patchouli doesn't really smell like a hippie juice. It smells more earthy, and I guess that's mixed with the oak moss, creating that masculine smell. But it's a great fragrance, guys. Really, really good. I don't think it gets a lot of positive feedback. Not as much as it deserves, I feel, but I really think it's a great scent. It's really something that I think every fragrance fanatic should have in their collection, because, of course, it came out in 1992. You know, it came out 24 years ago, so at the end of the day, it has stood the test of time. It is still being made, so yeah, I mean, it may not be the best fragrance, the best aquatic fragrance ever, but it sure as hell does deserve a bit more praise than what it does. So this has been my review for Nautica Classic, or Nautica by Nautica. This fragrance came out in 1992, and it's a floral aquatic fragrance. Do check it out, guys. I think, especially if you're into the aquatic genre, you might want to give this one a go, because even though it is a bit dated, it does have an old school aquatic vibe to it. It is no doubt safe, and it is no doubt very casual, so give it a try, guys. It smells really, really good. It's really nice on that citrusy notes in the top. You know, it's got very nice bergamot, very nice neroli note. And I really do like it for the jasmine and the rose in the middle. You know, it's just so good. And that oak moss in the dry down, so masculine, so vibrant. It's beautiful. But yeah, guys, for the price, it does smell very good. So please do check it out. And that has been my review for Nautica Classic by Nautica. This fragrance came out in 1992, and I would highly recommend it, guys. It's a great fragrance. So thank you so much for watching. Keep smelling good, and have a great day. Bye-bye for now.